Previously on Quest for Adventure.
Gracie makes her way to the closet and closes herself in. Her hand moves over the shelf containing the gang's Scroll-O-Vision collection. The soul crystal begins to glow as an eldritch light fires from the scroll, punching deep into Gracie's soft child retina, thus burning an image into Gracie's imagination.
Questing's all we know, and it's all we'll ever have. We'll never live a life of normalcy. Don't you feel too sorry, 'cause it's really not so bad. When we die, we'll die poetically.
Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 43 of Quest for Adventure, the only podcast where you get to hear four cool guys have some D&D fun times. I'm Caleb.
I'm Bobby.
I'm David.
And I'm Spencer.
And we're going to be playing D&D later, but as always, Bobby, what did you do this week?
I watched a lot of movies, but I don't really have much to say about any of them. So I'm just going to list them. I watched, we went to see Get Out and Logan at the theaters.
Woo woo.
And those are both very good.
Hmm?
Did anyone else? Well, I know everyone saw Logan, right?
Yes.
I saw both of those.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you enjoy those as well?
I really did. Like, I don't have a bad thing to say about Get Out.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
That's Peel,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So I have been following him on Twitter just to see like how he reacts to such crazy success so suddenly. Like, what is it? He's the first black director to have a over $100 million debut of a movie. And so, like, I don't know. It's definitely a movie of first, at least in critical reaction to it. So it's interesting to see how he deals with it. But he seemed pretty cool about the whole thing. Also, that's not the way the movie was going to originally end.
Oh, I
So
didn't
there's
know
that.
that.
Yeah, it was going to have a much more realistic ending.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, which
I
you can
kind of-
assume. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of a Night of the Living Dead ending. Also, we watched Shin Godzilla, which is the newest Japanese Godzilla movie. It was directed by Hideki Anno, who did Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is probably my favorite anime. And it's also really good. It's kind of a weird political commentary movie about how useless the Japanese government is, which I didn't really get all
You've
of it.
been
I guess,
yearning
but
for that.
yeah,
That
I've
biting
been
political
waiting.
commentary.
Yeah. All right, where was I? I was on Shin Godzilla.
Yes.
Oh, you did see Shin Godzilla.
I did see Shin Godzilla.
And Logan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shin Godzilla is very good. I think I said everything about it.
Yeah, Japanese government.
Yeah.
Totally got it.
That's all I got. Okay. No, I'll do that one last. I watched another movie called They Look Like People, which is a Netflix. I don't know if it's Netflix original, but it's on Netflix. It's a super, super low budget horror movie. It's kind of a body snatcher kind of thing. Without spoiling too much, it's a lot like The Babadook, but with like a $5 budget. And it's actually really, really good. It's really well done.
Do you know who made it?
No, not anybody.
Nobody made it?
Nobody. Not anybody.
That's actually the horror aspect of it. It's just a normal movie. But it was made somehow.
It was made by no one.
With no money either.
It's just a
Are you sure you watched it? Are you sure you watched the movie?
That's why it's so scary.
It's like a dream that everybody has. It's like on Netflix, but like when you're not watching anything, it's like it pops up on your TV, kind of like it's like the Ring
Right.
videotape.
Yeah. Well, the day it came out, everyone had it in their dream, and then they woke up and saw that it was listed in their Netflix history.
Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, and also we watched a movie called He Never Died, which we also watched on Netflix. It's also a low-budget horror movie.
Uh-huh.
It stars Henry Rollins as a cannibal. And it's also actually pretty good.
Huh.
I don't really know what to say about that one. That one's really weird, but Henry Rollins is actually really funny.
Is he a good actor?
Well,
He doesn't have to be for this role, maybe?
No,
Okay.
no. It's a horror comedy.
Hmm.
He's better than I thought he would be. And lastly, Dave and I and Jordan watched a film called iBoy.
Oh, Lee was there too, but he did a standard. I'll come over for an hour, then go to sleep.
We watched a movie called iBoy, which is a direct-to-Netflix original film starring Maisie Williams and nobody else.
Not even a boy in iBoy, eh?
Yeah, does she play a boy?
No one made this one either. So the premise of iBoy is that
Is the song Wipeout?
Nothing.
A guy-
I now know that nothing is happening
A
here.
guy-
They're just struggling to get through the
guy
plots.
on
Alright,
on his
so-
phone.
Yeah, he's on his phone and he gets shot and his phone gets into his brain, so then he can obviously control all technology around him!
That's not where I thought that was going.
That's that's what happens. And
Yeah, so basically, like, nothing happens. He fights gangsters with his... So, like, at first he just, like...
it's
starts, like-
kick-ass.
It really is.
Except if he had shards of a cell phone in his brain that give him powers.
To, like, hack your email and, like, your cameras. Basically just, like...
He can send texts just by thinking about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, he can just make phones blow up.
He gets this weird heads-up display where it's like, he can just like look through the internet, but it's like a screen like in front of him, so he can just like move it around just by thinking. Yeah.
What does Maisie Williams have to do with this?
Well, she got
She's the
raped.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's her plot.
Yep. And so he's like getting revenge on the gangsters who did that to her.
I see.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It's
But
really
it's
not.
pretty funny.
She is too good for that movie.
Way too good for that movie.
What about you, David? What did you do this
What
week?
did I do this week? Oh god, I watched a lot of anime. Like, so what was the last one I talked about?
Naruto.
They're all gibberish to me. I don't know.
Did I talk about
Gurren Lagann was the last one you
was
talked
the last
about.
one? Well, I watched Fate Zero, and that one's about people fighting over the Holy Grail. And then I watched Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, which is like the sequel to Fate Zero. Both of those are really good, by the way. 4 out of 5 stars. I watched Code Geass. That one was pretty good.
I've mentioned that one on the show before.
He has mentioned that one.
Fans of the genre.
That one was really good. And it did not go where I thought it was going to go. But I don't know if I like the main character or not.
Yeah, he's crazy. David is crazy. The player, not the character.
What else? Future Diary. Oh my god. Okay. Anybody who is like a fan of anime at all needs to watch Future Diary. Spencer.
Yeah.
Some people need to come over and watch Future Diary.
Just get
with
over here.
us and play Bomberman. Also, I bought a Nintendo Switch, and Breath of the Wild is not for me.
Yeah, I think it seems like it's pretty overrated. I don't know.
Have you played it?
No, but I don't know how it could be the greatest game that's ever been made.
Like-
it kind of just looks like Far Cry 2.
Well, do you like having no weapons because they all broke? Or you have weapons, but it's just like you're recycling BOGO clubs, which is like basically...
Oh, of course. That old phrase.
Well, no, it's not even a phrase. It's actually what's happening. All the swords broke, and so now it's like there's the basic enemy, Bokoblins, and they have these clubs that are called Boko clubs, and so it's just me like piling together all the Boko clubs I can get to in order to survive, and you have to like cook food to do things. Like,
That's why I drew the off air. That's why I drew the Final Fantasy 15 connection.
it's like, I guess according to Spencer, you don't have to cook food. You can just
do
eat
not.
peppers. But one of the shrines that you have to go to is in a cold place. So it's just like, oh, I can't go here.
But then you're supposed to have horrible heartburn from eating a pound of peppers.
So then your cold resistance goes away. Or gets better. That goes away.
It's like Final Fantasy 7 when you have to climb up the Gaia cliffs and your temperature gets too
Oh
low.
god, yeah, some people say you stop playing one of the greatest RPGs ever made because you don't want to deal with that.
Two of them.
And some people say that... some people say you don't even get past the train, though.
A lot of people do. I think that's the majority.
That's the hardest.
of people.
That's the first hardest
Right.
part. Once you get past that, then the guy.
It's smooth sailing until you get
It's
to the
mentally
Gaia
draining having that punch to your gut.
I don't know. There's just one part with there's this one part with the like crane that they don't tell you where to walk. I think that was a pretty challenging mini boss there. It has stopped some players from continuing on for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a game called Xenosaga that I got stuck on for like a month just because the camera just didn't show me that there was a door down. So I was just walking around this giant factory forever.
Yeah, I remember that having a lot of weird camera stuff.
Mhm.
Bad camera.
But back to Future Diary. It's probably my second favorite after Kill la Kill. It's so good. All the characters are really well done. It's not my favorite because it does get crazy, but not in like I don't know, it's just not like a super fighting anime, but it's really good. I guess that's all the animes I watched. I want to say there's more, but I don't guess there is. Oh no, I watched Seven Deadly Sins. That one's really good too, but it is just a fighting anime.
So much punching.
Speaking of that, you guys did watch Logan, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I really
pretty
liked
good.
Logan.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was that's the last one he's doing, right?
That's what he says.
That's what he says. I think that'd be fine.
Well, I've read that Ryan Reynolds is trying to get him for Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2?
Give it to be a Deadpool tool.
A Deadpool. No, Ryan Reynolds is a Deadpool tool. And
I just want to say, it's weird having you on the other side of the table.
I know.
Usually I just look out the window, so I imagine us talking to all of our fans, looking over our camera. Now I have to make eye contact with somebody.
I know when Spencer's not here.
that's doubly weird.
Yeah.
How's it feel for you, Spencer?
About the same, except so for some reason on Discord, the end of things that David and Bobby will say gets cut off sometimes. Especially whenever...
Oh, they're fighting. They're actually fighting physically
But now that's happening to Caleb too. So it's like...
It's a really good anime!
Well, it usually happens whenever you start getting louder or like start laughing about something. So I have this moment where it's like, hey, whenever your friends start having too much fun, you have to go to the sunken place. So I'm just like looking up at nothing and...
Oh, I've been playing Smite again. I really enjoy it.
Did you get to the lighthouse?
Oh, God. Jordan's trying to get me to play Destiny again. And I don't want
This
to.
is your life, is either playing Destiny or being tempted by it.
It's not even Destiny. It's Jordan, halfway blackmailing me. It's like, please, I need somebody to play with.
He offered to carry you.
He did offer to carry me. Because he's got to carry Spencer and Aaron, too.
He said he could do it.
He's a strong man.
You don't trust him?
I don't want to do it, but I might end up doing it. I don't know. We'll find out in 2 weeks.
He's gonna do it. He'll do it. I like that I can move around this mic.
Yeah. But it still sounds the same, so nobody really knows you're going around this angle or not.
Right, Spencer?
You cut out at the end there, so I could hear.
Oh, no.
Are you going to play Destiny, Spencer?
Yeah, if you guys do. I've been wanting to play if you'll carry me. My problem is, they give very minimal rewards for infinity time invested. And, I'm just super not feeling that. Part of me just wants to wait until Destiny 2 comes out and hope that they've fixed a lot of that, because that should be later this year.
That's just how MMOs work.
You know there are other games, right? There's a lot of games
playing
out
other
there.
games,
There are
and I'd be
other
happy
games.
to talk about them.
Spencer, what the heck did you do?
Man, oh man. I played a little game called The Legend of Zelda: The Breath of the Wild.
I heard it sucked.
We don't want to hear about that. We want to hear about Horizon Zero Dawn.
All right, I can tell you about that too. It's like a worse Legend of Zelda: The Breath of the Wild.
Oh no!
No,
But then you
okay,
get to
so
look at
that
someone's
actually,
butt the whole time.
yes, that actually is like Far Cry. Like it's similar. Basically, it's one of the prettiest games I've ever played, but all it's made to do is just kill robot dinosaurs. So if you like killing robot dinosaurs, that's awesome. But once you get to hour 40 of that,
How much food do you have to cook and eat though to get to places that are cold?
none. And
that sounds wonderful.
I'm gonna freaking kill you. But a different game. David, how long have you played Breath of the Wild?
6 hours.
Okay, cool. I'm 30 or 40 hours into Breath of the Wild right now, and it's really, really good because, the first section of the game, it starts you on the Great Plateau, which is a really common thing that games do, especially open world. It's like a mini version of the whole world and just establishes, things in the game, like what cooking does. And another way that you can get through that cold part.
What cooking does.
They do.
It's just kind of like, you can use this pot over here to cook, and it's like, oh, why? It gives me more hearts, I guess. I'm not going to read.
So that's a really different thing that they're doing.
I think David confirmed that he did not. That's all on him. I'm not going to read. Get some voice actors, Zelda!
They actually do have voice actors in this one, which is really weird. But it's a very
David's
different...
shaking his head.
No, they don't even have, like, places you can go to in 6 hours.
What? They didn't put any locations in this game?
It's awful!
I bet the same person who made this they look like people.
Right. I think maybe David forgot to plug in his Switch. This sucks! And now I'm hungry!
I have to cook something!
I gotta cook something to live!
But, like, they establish all these really smart systems, and they don't really give you a bunch of tutorials. Like, it's not like other Zelda games where there's the long beginning part where you're just like a kid in pajamas.
I wouldn't say that.
It doesn't tell you anything.
Your conversation right now.
Well, actually, you do start off. It's like, well, you're technically not a kid in pajamas because you're naked!
You are naked when you start, and they don't really tell you much of anything to do. So you just walk outside, and then an old man is like your first point of contact and gives you like your first quest.
Actually, he's not your first point of contact.
So you mean like an old man naked and he gives you a quest?
No.
No, actually, he's not your first contact. You actually hear...
I need you to find these nuts.
And he's your first time, so...
You hear...
Your first contact was with an old man who gave you a quest.
It's actually with some ethereal voice. Let's call her bitch for now. As soon as you wake up after 100 years, it just starts telling you to do things!
Zelda's voice actor is really bad.
Now I know David didn't plug in the Nintendo.
Okay, let's break down.
I got a call from an angry family member.
Let's break down the problem David had with the cold shrine. So,
okay.
That's one of... He basically tells you, I need you to go to 4 shrines around the area. You have to complete the challenge to once you're in them, but even getting to that one is the hardest one to get to. So there's a temperature gauge in the game. Once it goes too low, you'll start, freezing, getting cold, and losing hearts. Or if it gets too hot, same thing, but you're not freezing. So with the cold one, you have to get across a lake and then brave the cold.
You go across a lake? I climbed a freaking mountain. Are there 2 cold shrines?
No, there's just the one that you were at. So you get a bunch of powers in the game. One is like a magnetic power. So the first thing you have to do is grab a giant door and then make a bridge out of it. Or you could, try and swim across. Or you could cut down a tree and float across on that. And if you try to swim across, your stamina is like going down the whole time. So you could cook some food that, ups your stamina. You could find something that ups your stamina. One thing you can do when you get there, if you have a weapon that's made out of wood, you could light it on fire and that would help keep you warm. Or you can do kind of a unnamed mini quest to teach the man how to cook a fish, and he gives you the warm doublet. So once you have that on, it's not even an issue anymore. Or you can make a dish out of the spicy peppers that you find close to that area, and then your temperature gauge goes higher, so you don't have to worry about it. So all that to say, it establishes these problems, and there are enough different systems in the game all working in tandem that you figure out what you want to do about it.
I got to the shrine the wrong way. I tried to Skyrim it, I guess, and just climbed up this other side.
But that's
of the
thing, you
mountain
can
behind the
though. You did that, and I haven't run into any invisible walls. If you see something in the game, you can get to it. If your stamina's high enough to climb, you can climb anything in the game, which is really different. I don't know of any other games that do that to this extent. And you can make Link look like a really fashionable cute boy. So, you can really dress him up.
There's the reveal.
That's the hook. Motive. So, it's really, really good. And, I'm not the biggest fan of all the Legend of Zelda games.
Okay.
But I really like this one.
It's really good. I'm not a big fan of it, though. 1 star.
I would let you guys play it, but there's no backup saves for it. So.
Yeah, I took one look at it and I was definitely not into it.
It's kind of like the whole game's that part of Wind Waker, where you have to look through every single square for pieces of the Triforce.
Definitely not the case.
But you also have to fix your sword. And recycle your bamboozoo clubs.
I'm actually in the part right now where you find the Master Sword, and it's really cool.
So in your face,
really
David.
Well, the Master Sword doesn't break, but it basically breaks, but at least it comes back after 10 minutes.
You basically have to recycle the Babadook Club.
Right. Let's just keep calling it something different every time.
Sounds pretty lame. What'd you do, Caleb?
This week I played Stardew Valley.
I think that's pretty good.
It is really good. It's like all the good stuff from Harvest Moon mixed with all the good stuff from Animal Crossing. So I started the game to tell the story of a man named Organic Larry, who is a tall, thin man with an afro and a mustache who left his office job to start a tree farm on his property. Oh wait, actually it's supposed to be a beet farm. The name of the farm is Beet This, but beet is B-E-E-T.
Right. Okay.
So he arrives at his farm, and because his grandfather passed away, so he's donated or he's inherited the farm. And then the first thing he does is deforests like thousands of creatures. So he just tears down every tree on this like 100-acre plot. Gets rid of everything.
100-acre wood.
And there's 100-acre wood.
Farming beets.
And then he realizes that beets do not grow in spring. So then he replants trees and has like a sap empire. And that's pretty much what he's been doing the whole time. He has some chickens. They're named after characters from Con Air.
Cyrus the Virus.
You got Cyrus.
Organic Larry's also a fan of Con Air.
Yeah. So Cyrus and Poe and Garland. And I don't remember what the other one is.
Who's John Cusack in that movie?
Cusack. I don't remember. They're all cons. I know that, except for Cameron Poe. He's the good guy.
Well, John Cusack's he's like a cop or an FBI guy.
I don't know
on
what
the ground.
I think he's actually a lawyer, like whatever, like the federal attorney is. But for some reason, he's also an action man. Everybody's an action man in that movie. Can we just talk about Con Air again?
We should watch Con Air.
I love that movie.
We need to have a convention. Con Air face on.
But it's really fun.
Can you marry the townspeople?
You can. I'm Organic Larry. I've been trying to play as Organic Larry. So there's one lady who lives like out in the woods, and she just talks about mushrooms the whole time. I figure Organic Larry's really into that. You have to you can give 2 presents a week to a person to let them know that you like them, and you can talk to them every day. And then as hearts go up, and then once she gets a certain level, you give them a bouquet to let them know you want to go to the next level. So Organic Larry's made his move on Leah, I believe her name is. So he's close. I think he's one heart away from true love, just like real life.
Right.
It's got a weird slime thing that I don't like very much, where you have to fight slimes, which is kind of like the exact opposite of the rest of the game, where it's really peaceful and calm, and then you have to fight slimes.
I had to put action in it somewhere.
Yeah, and it's like the only good way to get stone and minerals and stuff.
Do you have to cook and eat food to survive?
You don't have to. In fact, but if you choose to, you get bonuses.
So it is like Final Fantasy.
I've never cooked anything though. You have to have a kitchen. And Organic Larry's pretty selfless. Except his house is filled with crap that people give them. He has 3 giant stuffed bears that take up a quarter of his house.
Your house is like a storage unit.
And basically, there's holes all in my house, but the inside's just filled with ancient relics and giant teddy bears.
Oh, I want to give a shout out to Turbo.
No!
Thanks for listening, buddy.
Well, in 6 months when he hears this, I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
He is as caught up as Superfan Sean. He's no Jammin' Fan Jordan.
Mm-mm. Oh, is that what we're going with now?
I thought
Jammin' Fan Jordan?
I think Jammin'.
Yeah, Jordan has far surpassed Crazy Fan Christian in listening hours.
I'll have to have a contest sometime next year.
Crusty Fan Christian.
Show's over. That's what we had it for. Are you boys ready for some Dungeons and Dragons?
I think so.
Let's go! Grayson.
Yes.
Gracie smashes her fist onto this sheet of parchment, and it buckles and folds, several jagged creases. The upper garden is the perfect place to throw paper airplanes from. Paper airplanes! I don't know why I got an accent there.
Is Vendel up there?
Is the perfect place to throw paper airplanes from. It's this small garden growing on the balcony of the highest tower of Stormvale Castle. You look over to the side and you see Stormvale in its entirety. Stone structures as far as the eye can see. Gracie looks at you and asks, "Are you ready?" She holds up her mangled piece of parchment proudly. You look at yours and you have not yet begun. Would you like to make a sleight of hand check to see what kind of paper plane you're able to manufacture?
I'm gonna go for a paper helicopter.
Oh, man.
11.
Okay. All right, so you press the paper between your fingers, sort of give it a twist to get that secondary ridge out for the propellers on the top. It ends up basically looking like a barbell.
But will it fly?
You say that?
I asked Gracie.
I know it looks good, but will it fly? So give me a strength check. Throw it out.
That's a 10.
All right. So both of you throw your planes. Yours travels fairly smoothly, but then stops almost immediately, dropping. Gracie seems to throw hers straight down. You see that both pieces of paper fall quickly towards the barracks below you. Yours just falls slowly, not really able to travel. Hers spikes downward and then swoops straight right before it hits the ground, just in time to strike Dahlia in the back of the head. The parchment falls onto the ground and lands on one of the many planes lying at her feet. And then you can just barely hear her the noises angrily through the great distance. You see her flip the table. "Okay, where are you, mother turtling wizard's nip?" And Gracie lays in her chair giggling. She sort of falls back into her chair.
So what do you think, Gracie? Did I win that one, or did you?
Yeah, you did great. She pats you on the head.
Thanks.
So much. I don't know if he's moved by her generosity.
He's disgusted by her touching him.
Yeah, or like angry at himself because he didn't do a good job.
They're not mutually exclusive.
All right, you hear someone come through the other room. There's this large sunroom attached, and it is Cora. "What trouble I see?" She looks at Gracie. "Your lunch is here, princess."
She always had an accent.
Yeah.
Huh.
Gracie runs into the other room and grabs a handful of... she grabs a handful of small flowers that she's gathered from the garden, and takes them into the sunroom and hands them to Cora. "Oh, they're lovely, my dear. Thank you." Cora takes one of the flowers out of the bundle and walks over to you, Grayson. You can feel her hand rub against your cheek as she places it in your hair. "Time to eat tonight."
What?
"Your lunch is here."
My oranges?
"Your lunch is here."
Oh, my launcher is here. That's awesome. Where's it at? Did they park it outside?
All right, she makes sort of a frustrated face and gestures to the sandwiches in the sunroom.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Just push her over. Oh, thanks.
And lands on Dahlia.
All right, who did it?
On the pile of other women lying in the room.
Yeah, I dash. I pick Gracie up as we run for the sandwiches.
Okay, football or kill ball style.
Yeah.
All right, she follows you into the sunroom. "I think your uncle is right gorgeous." Gracie nods. Cora walks into the small adjoining kitchen, and Gracie sort of gives you an elbow as she walks past.
Ow. I elbow her. Not hard. I spike her on the ground.
Like a Tarantino movie. She walks into the adjoining small kitchen. "Lemonade again, my dear?" Gracie again nods. Her mouth is now full of sandwich. And then Cora sort of peers around the corner, looks into your eyes. "What about you, gorgeous? Can I squeeze something for you?"
Oh, my oranges, they're in there, right?
She looks into the room. "Yeah, they're in here."
Oh, you can, yeah, I mean, I think we have some squeezed already. But Just water. It's fine.
All right, she disappears behind the door. Cecil,
Yes.
you follow closely behind Riley
Oh no.
as he gestures upward. And finally we have the Great Hall, the command of centuries of kings and queens. The records were lost long ago, but scholars believe it was built over 1,000 years ago. The crowd of children look up, sort of half of them are bored, the other half are interested but not in what Riley is saying. There are these ornate paintings and architecture of the Great Hall all around them. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did. So, are there any questions? He pauses, and the crowd is silent. None? Nobody has any questions about the impact on the marble industry or the betrayal of the Caligrath?
The what?
The Caligrath?
What is that?
My word, the
I
Caligrath!
wasn't listening.
Oh no.
The Caligrath. And then you start to zone out almost immediately. You see that there's one lone hand that raises in the audience. Yes, you have a question about the Caligrath. And then you see this chunky kid step out. This is actually
Cyril?
a question for Sir Oakleaf.
Go ahead.
Were you afraid when you had to fight Rux all by yourself?
Who?
Rux? He's a big cow guy.
Oh, nah.
You hear the audience? Ooh.
Just part of my everyday stuff. Just pull out a dumbbell and start doing curls.
Is it a paper dumbbell?
It's actually
It's a perfectly made helicopter.
Yeah, it's part of the helicopter.
All right, really has this confused look on his face. Are there any other questions? You see 2 or 3 people raise their hands. Yes, you, young lady. This question is for Sir Oakleaf. Which is scarier, tentacle beast or giant rat man?
I have to get back to you on that.
All right, they all start clapping. Does anyone have any more questions? You see most of the audience have their hands raised now. Does anyone have any questions about history? And you see all the hands lower.
What about the Caligrath?
The Caligrath! My God, the Caligrath! You see one of the kids step up to you. Mr. Oakleaf, can you sign my card? And he hands you a collectible adventurer's card. Has your stats on it.
Oh, yeah, what's his
What
stat?
are
What
his
is-
stats?
He's 18 and 0.
Oh.
Holographic.
My ball card?
No, this is your adventuring one. Your kill ball one's very rare.
Just got like 2 broke legs. Walking around.
Yeah, I conjure a pen, I guess.
Okay.
What does my signature say?
Nothing's finer than being in your diner.
Alright, I guess it says that.
Wow! Alright, all the kids start to crowd around you. Where did you learn to do all the magic you do?
Well, sometimes you just read books. Books are good for you.
I knew it!
Cecil's a great role model.
Eat your green vegetables.
Alright, Cyril.
Yeah.
Today you've been put in charge of security at the docks. So more and more refugees are sneaking their way out of the High Realm and across the sea to Stormvale.
Topical.
Unintentional. Gerard and you stand outside the interrogation room. We found him with 5 kilos of uncut pixie dust. There's a good chance he can give us a lead on how they're pushing it through. But he looks like he'll need a little pushing himself. I'm thinking we give him the usual, Cyril. Good cop, sad cop.
Alright, I'm in the corner of the room, wearing my signature, black fedora, black trench coat.
Okay, of course.
I'm looking down, have the shutter shades on, and I have a candy cigarette in my mouth.
Okay.
And I look up at him, and then I pop out one of my earbuds. What?
We're gonna have to get this guy. He's pushing drugs. We're gonna have to find out how to get some information from him. Good cop points to himself. Sad cop points to you.
Alright, I take my hat and I throw it across the room. I give him a thumbs up.
You enter into the interrogation room. You see this sort of crusty older man. He has his arms crossed. What do you want?
Are they crusted together, or was that a choice?
He's calcified. What do you want? Gerard steps up to him. So, we hear you've been pushing some pixie dust through our castle.
Yeah, maybe. I might know something.
Gerard looks over to you.
Alright, I slide up to him really close. I open my eyes really big. What you hear?
Oh,
What you know? You know it all?
I don't know.
What? Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. I'm sorry, I'm not good at this.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Can you get this guy away from me?
What? Are you talking to me or him?
Alright, Gerard grabs you, pulls you away. He's had a rough day. He really needs this win.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. I'm looking for something a little more physical.
You see him attempt to rub his fingers together, though they're calcified to his body.
I start rubbing my belly.
Alright, Gerard.
Looking at him, like, sadly.
Alright, Gerard pulls you into the corner. It doesn't look like this working. We're gonna have to go to phase 2. Good cop, rad cop.
Alright, I'd run back in the other room and get the hat.
Okay. Gerard steps back over to him. Well, I think we can probably make it worth your while, if you know what I mean. And then he looks over to you.
I'm not in the room.
He looks around the room, shrugs.
Alright, I open the door. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Oh, my other partner.
Yeah, it's me. What are you nerds just in here doing something cool? Probably not, because I said you're nerds.
What's going on here?
Hey, how about I ask the questions, alright? And then I skateboard over to him.
Okay.
Alright, I hop off the board. They probably aren't called... Alright, stoneboard over to him.
You stoneboard 2 inches over to him.
I stoneboard over to him. No, okay. I have, in my shoes, the heel of the shoes is like a small stone.
Alright. It's just very uncomfortable.
So I just heely over to him.
Oh,
It's really bad. How about you just tell us what we want to know, and then we'll go out after this. Get a little za.
I do like za.
Yeah, we all do.
He lowers his head down to his hands and strokes his chin.
No dice, no dice.
I'm very close to him now.
Okay.
You sure? I pull out a piece of pizza from my pocket. Be a shame if didn't have anyone to share this with.
No way, no.
He breaks. Alright, Gerard pulls you aside again.
I put the pizza back in my pants.
Alright, looks like we're gonna have to go to the final level here. Good cop, granddad cop.
Alright. I run back out of the room.
Okay. I didn't want to have to do this, but come on in.
Alright. I open the door. I'm just wearing the fedora now. Well, not just. Not the trench coat.
Oh no, Pops!
I'll play it through. I've used prestidigitation on myself to turn my hair gray and have, like, the mustache from before, but it's gray.
All of your hair, right?
Yes, just my butt hair. Oh, boys, excuse me. Just looking for the bathroom here.
Oh, dear God! What is that?
What, is he pointing at anything specific?
He's attempting to point at your whole body.
Oh, well, I mean, age is a thing. I start, like, moving toward him. I'm, like, lumbering toward him.
Please, God, no!
Now, can I help you boys with anything? I pull out butterscotch, but you can't tell from where.
Oh, no! Pops, don't accidentally fall on that trampoline!
I accidentally fall on a trampoline.
Right. Your parts are flopping around everywhere.
Boys, I just want to help. Oh!
All right, I'll tell you everything.
I throw my clothes back on. Prestidigitation's over.
What? No! But I already
We got him
agreed.
again, J-Rod.
A crusty man never goes back on his word.
All right. After that, Gerard sort of patting you on the back.
I'm still nude.
You're standing outside, looking over the people getting off the boat. You're sort of standing on the stairway to the docks. You look over the hundreds of people arriving by boat. Gerard gives you a good pat on the back. You're something else, Cyril.
I pull out my earbud. What?
All right. He sort of puts his elbow on the handrail. Sort of looks at you. Hey, man. I just wanted to say that I'm glad we get to work together. I really enjoy it. I mean, it's like not just a friendship, you know. And then he's interrupted. You hear a voice come from behind you.
What's up, butt loser?
Oh no.
Oh, man.
It took me like forever to find you guys, but old Bill's got his sources.
Oh no.
I run to him and I jump at him, like in a loving fashion.
Okay.
While naked still.
While naked.
Flapping in the breeze.
All right. Drod is surprised. Bill, he has something behind his back.
Hey, I brought you something.
Bill hands you this cupcake box.
Alright, I take the box. Bill!
It's me!
I go and run and give the cupcakes to J-Rod. Hold on to these for a second. Okay, I run back to Bill. What are you doing here? How'd you know we were here?
Well, I had to track you down. There were some turtle people, and there was a guy who's got, like, no eyes.
Well, with my short-term memory loss, I don't really remember anything that you're talking about, but, regardless of how you got here, this is awesome. Anyway, you have to come back with this. This is great.
All right, Bill looks over to Drod.
Oh, hey, bro. William Kwakinski, how are you?
What? Whoa! What? You don't just get to drop that bomb. I run. I grab Bill by the side and I run him back over. This is J-Rod. He is my really good partner friend, and we tamed the wolf, and then we played football, and we did a lot of stuff. This is Bill, J-Rod, and I actually don't know what to say about Bill, but he's Bill.
Right.
So anyway, this is cool.
Drod looks Bill over. I'm good. You must be Cyril's friend from the High Realm. Bill wraps his arm around Cyril.
Oh, we're more than just friends. We've been through a lot together.
Drod makes a large nod with his head. Oh, now I see.
Yeah, I'm nodding really big, but he is cutting off the circulation. All right, so I try to shove out of there.
Okay. When this happens, you hear this incredible crack come from the sky, followed by what feels like an earthquake. Out of the clouds appears this large triangular shape, and it slowly moves from the sky to the top of Stormvale Castle. It looks familiar to you. You recall this shape as the one that was in the Battle of Whetstone Castle. So the large shape begins to slowly move towards the main tower, and you can hear it sort of slowly moving into the top of it, sort of crumbling and crushing noises. Pieces of rock begin to fall down. You can hear people screaming. And Grayson, you hear this enormous crack. You run out to the balcony, and you see the large shape begin to head towards the tower that you are in.
Are Cora and Gracie still up here with me?
Yes, they are in the sunroom. There is a middle room in the center of the tower, which is where the staircase is.
All right, Gracie, it's time to play a game, all right?
Okay.
We're going to run out of this tower as fast as we can, okay?
Okay.
Does Cora see it too? Or
She is not yet. She's sort of looking worriedly from the small kitchen.
we need to go, Cora.
She understands and joins you.
And I guess we run for the staircase.
Give me let's do a strength check for carrying Gracie.
15?
All right, so you are able to grab her securely. As you run to the staircase, you can see that the ship has now collided with the tower, and it's beginning to pierce into the ceiling. It crushes the center of the room, and the rubble sort of collapses onto the staircase. You can see the sharp point of the ship. It's sort of this large triangular shape, pierces and is actually piercing into the staircase. You see the floor begins to crack, and you feel that the piece of the tower that you are on begins to split off and fall away from the tower. You know that on the opposite side of the balcony is another tower with another balcony. They're not connected, but the balcony, it appears that it is sort of splitting away from the main part and falling towards the other tower.
How far is the split?
You expect that if it keeps falling, it will land below the other balcony. But it should be, if you time it correctly, it may be just 10 feet if you're able to leap across it as it's falling. You may also be able to leap into the hole created by the split. So you could jump through the hole to stay in your tower, or you could try and leap across to the other balcony.
10 feet.
He can make that jump.
Oh God, can Cora make that jump though?
You gotta give
Gracie can make it no problem, though.
And then jump across.
Yeah, Gracie can make it. She'll ride on a helicopter made of paper.
And it looks like it's just attacking this tower.
It seems like it. Yeah. And the way it's moving, it's almost like it's not so much attacking as it is just lowering. Doesn't seem to be stopping by colliding with the tower.
Does the other tower seem like it's in the way? Like it would also get hit?
It does not. All good questions. All good questions will get you killed.
Okay, and so the hole goes just further down into the tower.
Right.
All right. I guess we try to go down the hole.
All right. So as you feel the ground split and the chunk of tower where the balcony was sort of peel off, a large opening, a divide appears at your feet, and there are 2 levels you can jump to. So one of them is easy to get to, but you'll be closer to the ship as it continues downward, and the other one is lower than that. So basically 2 stories.
What's this going to be? Athletics?
Yes.
Yeah, let's try to get as far away as we can.
And you're going to try and carry
Gracie.
Cora's on her own. You
Yeah.
push her, use her as leverage.
I actually jump off of her.
Right.
Yeah, I keep looking back to make sure that she's keeping up.
She's, for the most part, staying by your side.
Just for world building purposes, by the way, I have texted Grayson on my cell stone
Okay, right.
during all this, like, hey, you good, bro.
Right. Yeah,
But there are no vowels in that, like, because I'm texting, duh.
Why good, Burr?
Yep. And there's like a bunch of emoji after it.
All right, well,
your cell stones.
yeah. That's a 25 for athletics.
Okay.
He's strong.
Yep. All right. So you are able to easily get a firm grasp with your feet, push off, land, and roll safely, unharmed, on the the lower floor. Now Cora is going to attempt to do the same.
How tall is it?
Let's say 30. But if you're able to get
Still
to
30 stories.
yeah, but if you're able to get to a staircase, you imagine you'll be able to outrun it. Okay.
Oh no, that doesn't
Okay.
sound like a good okay.
Cora attempts to do the same. She's going to try and press off with her feet against where the wedge is. Her foot slips, the floor underneath her crumbles, and she sort of tumbles and falls down out of sight.
She had a good run.
Yeah. I'd cared less when I found out she liked Grayson.
He texted that to me also. So I'm down here, like 2 stories below where she was,
Right,
and she fell.
but not yeah.
Not where I could see her though.
Not where you've rolled to. If you wanted to go to the edge, you may be able to see her, but it's the opposite direction of the staircase.
Is it just like a straight shot to the staircase?
Yes.
When does Cecil get to fly in and save him?
I made sure he was far away.
Yeah. All right, Gracie, I need you to get to the stairs and get out as fast as you can, okay?
All right, she's sort of clinging to you, scared. Would you give me a charisma check?
It's gonna be like a 1 and just go back.
That's a 7.
It's kind of like that.
Okay, she does not appear to want to let go of you, but she's not frozen with fear yet. That cost you a few seconds. You can try again if you'd like, or you can...
Look, I need you to be brave, okay?
Remember, trains don't feel pain.
Trains don't feel pain. Just honk your horn all the way there.
Trains don't have horns.
Yeah, they do. What?
It wouldn't be called, like, they don't honk, right? They pull the thing.
They chew.
They chew.
They chew.
Right.
Yeah. Please.
I thought they
Please.
They chug and they chew.
All right. I can abide that.
But she's a little kid. She doesn't know. She doesn't get it. She's
She's
never even seen a train, probably.
Trains
no.
may or may not even exist in this universe.
11?
With an 11, she does release. She sort of timidly walks to the staircase, and then choo choo. You see her run down the staircase.
Okay. Now I go back to look for Cora.
You see that on where the rubble is, there's sort of this foot sticking out. You can see that it is moving. It appears that she has fallen on one of the lower levels. So she has made it to the same tower you were in on a lower level.
Is there a way to get down there easily?
Yeah, you could probably jump. It's maybe 3 levels lower.
Just ground pound on the rubble that she's stuck in.
So you could definitely make it there, and with the skilled enough landing, you may be able to do it unharmed.
Okay.
Much more difficult than 2, but definitely doable.
I'm going to try it.
And you could fall off too, I guess. Okay, still going for it?
Yep. 15?
With a 15, you sort of lower yourself from the ledge you're at and drop down. You do land. Would you take a d4, please? Sort of land directly on your legs. You take 2 damage.
All right. So she's like covered in rubble?
She is not. You were just only able to see from the angle you're at. But you can see that there is blood running down her head, and it appears like her legs, or one of her legs may be broken. It's starting to swell.
Can you move?
All right, she seems disoriented.
All right.
She's hit her head.
I pick her up and I try to run for the staircase on this floor.
Okay. When you do, you see that Gracie is above you, coming down the stairs.
That's the worst thing. I'm so sorry.
Was that the sound of her coming down the stairs?
Yeah, she's just falling
Just
down
tumbling.
the stairs. Yeah, so she meets you, and you are currently outrunning the ship. Okay, Cyril.
Yeah.
When the tower splits, you see that one side splits towards another tower. You know that is where Grayson and Gracie were. And when it splits, the other half, the opposite half, also falls off of the tower. It crumbles and crashes onto the doorway leading to the immigration office. You are outside of it, but it traps hundreds of people. And you are actually able to see, while this is happening, Grayson leap into the tower. So you know that you know where he's located.
I think that's so freaking cool.
He's texting you again.
Real cool, bro.
Arl curl bird. All right, you see Gerard run to help the trapped people. Would you like to
run with him?
With him? Okay.
Yeah. Like before this, like snap to it. I turned to him. I was like, Gerard, let's go.
Oh, okay. You do this. All right.
Well,
he's like,
yeah, we need to go. No, we're in the zone together. We're both on this.
Right. You don't even have to speak. So there's a large chunk of the castle, or sorry, the piece that falls off. It sort of collapsed on this walkway. The majority of it falls onto the doorway, trapping people. But a large chunk of it is sort of barely stable on this walkway above it. It seems like if you're able to get to it, you may be able to push it off and create a hole in the roof for these people to climb through.
Cool.
So Gerard looks at you. He sort of gestures. He's going to climb up there and try and get everyone to move out of the way so that you can push this boulder and create a hole in the roof.
Okay.
So there are two ways you can get up there. You could just climb the wall. It is made of stone. Or you could attempt to go through the castle, basically, to actually make it up there. Go up steps. It'll take longer. It's sort of out of your way. But not if you fall off of a thing while you're trying to climb it.
Okay. Bill, come here.
Bill has booked it away.
He's not here anymore.
You could sort of see him running in the opposite direction.
Bill knows what's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Feels pretty
I'm gonna
sad
try
in a situation like this.
As soon as he saw the ship, he was out of there. Okay, which one are you going to do?
I'm going to climb.
So you're able to find a nice path up to the rock. Unfortunately, the only way up there is you have to actually climb below it.
Okay.
So you can take a little bit of a harder route to try and go around it so it doesn't crush you. But you could go right below it, then sort of pull yourself up right next to it.
Which would that be the quicker route?
That would, it'd be much quicker.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do that then.
Then give me a athletics check. Or acrobatics.
16.
All right, with a 16, you are able to run. You leap off of some of the rubble, and you make it about a third of the way, and then you're able to climb halfway. So give me another acrobatics check.
That's a 5.
You are able to make it up to the rock, but as you reach up below it, you feel some of the smaller pieces that are trapped underneath it fall, and you see this large chunk move. So would you like to try and avoid it more, or are you still going to try and do the quickest?
I'm still going quickest.
Okay. Give me one more, either strength or acrobatics.
That's a 9.
With a 9, you are able to climb up, but unfortunately, as you climb, you also knock down the chunk. It sort of falls just past you. You can see Gerard is sort of peering through a crack in the ceiling. He sees the chunk flying towards him, and he leaps out of the way.
Awesome.
He's going to crush through the ceiling, and you do see that there are some people that were in the building. Doesn't look like they were all able to get out of the way. For the most part, the damages are... No one lost their life, it seems like.
Sorry! Okay, am I up there now? Like, can I push the rock out of the way? Safely?
Well, the rock's already fallen, basically. The one that fell was the one you were going after.
Well, yeah, then I want to hop down and try and heal the people that I messed up.
Okay. Cecil.
Mm-hmm.
You and Really are running through the back dining halls and the kitchens to make it into the large courtyard.
All right.
You see the shape slowly approach the tower and collide with it.
What about the kids?
You left them in the safety. You were actually quite far away from the tower. You can see that Really's face is turned white. You've got to get up there. My baby's up there.
Is she actually up there?
Yeah.
Or is she like halfway down?
Well, you don't know from this distance. That's where she was.
You didn't get to see that sick jump.
Right. Unfortunately, from the angle you're at, you don't get to see.
I don't know that there's a hole in the tower or anything.
No.
So I'm going up the broken one? That's where she's at?
Right. The one that's being... You know that's where Gracie is, and it seems like it's being crashed into.
Okay.
From this distance, you can see that it's splitting into two. You're sort of in this large courtyard in the center of the castle.
Alright, really? Go find Vanessa. That's her name.
I know!
You and I'll, oh god. Yeah, you go take care of that, and I guess I'll go get Gracie. You think you can handle that?
Alright, yeah, he sort of nods nervously.
And get the Golden Knights, too, if they're not already mobilized.
Okay. He again nods. He begins to run the opposite direction.
Wait, where's Bindle?
Bindle is in the city today, so he's outside of the castle.
Okay.
Can we cut to him really quickly, like at a farmer's market? Just like having the time of his life.
Yeah.
He's like sniffing a tomato. Like,
he's getting his beard braided.
Alright, and I guess I gotta haste myself.
Do I haste and fly?
Do we want to become Superman or just the Flash? Which, a god or just a superhero?
That's 2 level 3 spells.
No time like the present, boy.
Who is that present boy everybody's talking about? Is that Bill?
That present boy.
I guess
I think Santa Claus is his name.
Oh, right, Santa Claus.
Haste and fly, I guess.
The present boy. You can move double and fly, right?
Right, so
you're going to rocket.
I can move 120 feet per turn, I guess.
In the air.
Alright.
I guess it's 240 since you're just moving. Alright, so you're going to rocket off the ground. As you get closer to the tower, you see Grayson leap into the main tower. Okay. So you see that he is safe and he has Gracie with him.
So I guess I fly over to him.
Yes, and you see that he's going lower. Would you like to follow Grayson, go lower with him? Or would you like to go up to the ship? I guess you also see Cyril climbing, accidentally knocking a rock off.
And then I turn directly to him and wave.
He looks around. I did that on purpose.
I guess I'll go to Grayson, make sure everything's okay. Okay. Because we have to make sure that Gracie's okay.
Sure. All right. So as you approach Grayson, you too see Cora. So he has just now met Cora. So would you two like to go to where Cyril is? Or would you like to get away from the city? Get away from the tower, I guess.
Where's Gracie?
I point beside me.
Right.
He's got Cora.
Right. He's carrying Cora, but Gracie is
beside. Oh, okay.
Right.
I'm just trying to get out of the tower.
Are you good?
Yeah.
You got things here?
Is Cyril okay?
Kind of look over at Cyril. He's knocking another boulder on this crowd of people. Do you want me to check out the ship?
I think we're all right. Yeah.
Okay. I'll go check out the ship.
Okay. So you should be able to fly up to the ship and back down with a comfortable amount of time left. So you fly up to the ship. It's made of sort of this purple metal. You can see what appears to be this triangular window almost at the base of the ship. Inside of it, you see that there are these humanoid creatures. They have yellow skin. You notice that the tip of the ship is very unique looking. It's a crystal that you're actually... would you give me an Arcana check?
Sure.
Cecil's the magic man. Mama.
Well, also sometimes he gets really distracted.
We got a not so confident head movement.
Well, no, it's really good, but sometimes you roll a 4, so you only get 12.
Oh, is that what happened?
I got 12.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Oh, sometimes and this time. You are familiar with it, so you recognize this as a Vlad crystal. You also recognize that this is, in fact, the same type of weapon that was used at Whetstone Castle.
We're going to try to blow up the whole city. They're going to warp all the people's souls to the other dimension. Because it's the crystal that, sucked all the werewolves in.
I guess he's saying that to himself a mile in the air.
He's trying to calm everyone down. It's gonna suck all your souls! The whole city's gone!
I am murmuring that to myself.
Okay.
And then I guess I fly back down.
So are you guys going to... Alright, so there are 3 things that can come to your mind, basically. If you want to get out of the city, right? If you want to get away from this, so you have 3 choices. So 1, there are several emergency locations which you guys have chosen, just in case of a catastrophic event or emergency. You can meet up with everyone. Unfortunately, most of them are inside the castle, which is being torn apart. It was Cyril's idea. Stupid. However, there is one outside of Stormvale. It's an old abandoned temple, which is hidden in the forest. Pretty much no one knows about it outside of the royalty. So if Bindle, Vanessa, and really make it out on the same side and make it out of the city, that's where you expect That's where you plan to meet each other. So it won't be the most comfortable, and it'll actually be fairly close to the city, but it will be hidden from the rest of the world. Pretty much no one else knows where it is. Option 2. So instead of trying to stay hidden, you go somewhere that is safer. And there's no place safer that you can make it to than Tien Naladin, or in the common tongue, the Kingdom of the Dark Silver. So with most of the extremists being captured or killed when Daruk and Drod are attacked, and by Daruk's not so mysterious disappearance, the Dark Elves have become more open, and they're actually currently trying to actively improve their relationships with Stormvale. And of course, there's no place as impenetrable as Tien Naladin. That being said, it also wasn't so long ago that Abel Abernathy invaded, and there are certainly still some of the hard feelings among some of the older Dark Elves. Option 3, you are currently very close to the docks, and at the docks is a freight ship capable of traveling for weeks, and it would certainly be able to leave the city the quickest and get the furthest away. That being said, the ship is expected to arrive back at the High Realm, which, as you know, is not especially safe, but there Gracie wouldn't be a target. She'd be as much a target as any other little random girl, but it would be incredibly far from her mother and father. They probably wouldn't expect to look for her there. So you guys can meet up to discuss this, or you guys can leave without Cyril and let him figure it out.
He's probably just going to try to hide in the castle.
Are you back? Are you back with us?
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, no, I guess I can go to try to pick up Cyril.
Okay.
Alright, I text them. What are you guys
Oh,
doing?
I guess we could just text Cyril.
Where really in Vanessa
Going to go?
Cecil?
Well, really went to go find Vanessa.
Do we know where Vanessa would be?
So she's on the opposite side of the castle, so basically as far away. But not in the city. Bindle is very far away. He's in the middle of the city, basically. Really and Vanessa presumably are together, but they're on the opposite side of the castle. So they're on the opposite side of the temple as the ship.
Okay, so
they would have to make
they
but they would have to make their way through the city to get to the temple.
I can try to go to them and tell them to meet. Where would you rather go, Dark Silvers or the temple?
Or the freight ship?
I don't think the freight ship's a good idea.
That's the worst plan.
Okay.
Stupid.
Well, see, my thought on that was, like, I don't know if I personally would choose it, but I think as a unit, the most agreeable idea that they have is keeping Gracie safe, and that seems like the safest bet for her.
Right.
That was my only thought there.
Are you texting all that?
No, I'm just, that's...
Yeah, I got you. Alright, so where's the temple?
The temple is, so let me say a map. So let's say the ship is in the center. North of that is the Great Hall and the living quarters, which is where Really and Vanessa are. Just barely south of that is where all you guys are, and the hidden temple is further south. And then Tien Naladin is east, past the city.
My instinct is temple, but that's just me.
Are Really and Vanessa going to... They're going to try the temple first.
Right. So we could...
That was what we all agreed upon, but you guys are also having this discussion. They may be doing the same thing, but that is what you agreed upon. One of your sort of safe places.
I think we should go to the Dark Silvers.
That's kind of what I think. I can go let them know, because then that would be our best chance to retaliate too.
At least let Cyril know. We can just text him.
Yeah, my random throwaway joke I established earlier in the episode makes this easy.
You're going to...
So I'm going to go fly to Cyril.
Okay.
Let him know we're going to Tien Naladin. Then we can split up from there, and I can try to go find Really and...
Bill.
I don't even know who Bill is.
Right.
Actually, I don't even know Bill's here either.
Right, so
only you know that Bill's...
Yeah, Cyril's,
exists.
Bill's here! Just climbing the wall.
I mean, I would be more worried about it if I didn't know he was like an unkillable god force. Like, as far as I'm concerned, he's like an elder god, and we don't know that yet.
I would say he's more like a cockroach.
Basically.
We need to get... Like, I need to try to work on Cora as soon as I can.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and run and get out of the castle.
Yeah, I'd say go Tien Naladin.
Send Cyril our way, and then if you want, you can go try to find him.
So the plan is to go to the Underdark, right?
Yes.
Tien Naladin. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a stable close to you. It's in the opposite direction of Tien Naladin, but that would make it a lot faster. So would you like to do that, or would you like to try and move through the city?
Cyril can probably mend Cora's leg if that's a big issue right now as well.
Then let's go to the stable, and then we'll meet back to get Cyril on the way back.
Then let's do Cecil. You are going to fly to
Cyril.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Woo!
So
I'm telling him that they're going to the stable.
hopefully going to pick up a horse or carriage or something for him. And then he's got to mend Cora's leg.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to go for Reilly and Vanessa.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you going to... So you're probably going to run out of fly.
Right. Now, once I
that
get the
okay?
cereal, I'm going to land and then hoof it.
Can you like land into a cool run? Like use the momentum from the fly?
I'll use my Heelys.
Right. Yeah, you use the momentum from flying and
Right.
you get a good distance.
He's just healing around.
Ooh, I could
do
land
that. I
from
have
my
the Healy
fly
spell.
into Expeditious Retreat, which is like the Blue Feet super fast spell.
Okay.
So I'll do that.
Okay.
Can we just assume that the Green Hills theme is playing whenever that's active?
All right, Cyril, you and Gerard have gotten most of the people out of the immigration office.
It just gives you.
They're sort of looking to you for some sort of... They're a little panicky, but having seen that you've helped them. At least this group of people are looking to you for what they should do. You know that...
sad, misguided group of people.
So now you know that they are going to go to the Underdark, but these people may want to travel with you, and therefore with Gracie.
Cut them loose.
So you know how Gracie feels about it.
Well,
Hold on.
We have to have like a plan
I texted
set up.
Text
Okay.
cut 'em loose.
Thank you so much. Do we not have like a plan for that, like an evacuation spot that people would go to by default? Maybe they don't know it, but I assume that like Cyril would and Gerard.
For the mass of people?
Yeah, like a place in the event of a catastrophe that people
Like
would go to.
if a giant Abernathy accidentally stomped the town again.
Yes, but again, most of those were inside the castle.
Okay, gotcha. Shoot. Okay, cool.
Everyone's looking at you. Gerard as well.
So he did text that to me, which he doesn't know the situation that I'm in, but...
You stand up on a rock, get ready to speak, and then you... and you say, cut him loose, bro.
Cut him loose. All right. I do that awkward thing where, like, you pull out your phone and then, like, you start messing with other things, too. Like, you pull it out for a text, but you're like, oh, notifications on Facebook. All right. Can I talk to J-Rod?
Yeah, of course.
So, and out of earshot, I assume that's the implication.
Sure, yeah.
But,
take him aside.
Okay, so this is not great, but I can't bring these people with us, J-Man.
He nods, understanding. J-Man. He nods.
What'd you say?
Well,
Like in the crowd?
J-Man is my nickname for J-Rod. Well, so, okay, as far as Cyril's concerned, J-Man is actually his first name, but this J-Man is J-Rod's nickname.
Right.
It's very confusing. Check out the wiki.
Yeah.
You'll understand. So...
Yeah, J-Rod will be under the G's.
Mm-hmm.
For Gerard. To further confuse things.
Yes, J-Rod. It's G-A-Y. Wait, no!
Freudian
J-Rod is G-A-Y.
Oh no! I cannot call him Gay Rod.
Did you accidentally say that out loud? hey, come here for a minute. But you also call him J-Man, so it's like you think he's someone else. Hey, come here, J-Man. J-Rod is J-Rod. His neck. Oh no! What have I done?
He just starts crying.
Okay, alright.
The Gazoos come in. Can't have that.
Yep. Alright. I am not proud of this gay man, but... are you with me on this? And I, outstretch a hand for the predator handshake.
Alright, so he's a little confused. So your plan is just to leave them?
Just trust me, yeah.
Just tell them
This
they got
isn't
to find
good,
their own way.
Alright, Gerard puts his hand on your shoulder instead. He says, you go with Gracie, I'll stay here with them.
Alright, I'm conflicted, I don't like it. That's not good. I say that to him.
Alright, he looks around. I'll get all these people on the boat and we'll just head out. We'll find someplace safer. I'll try to get the boats to come back around when it's safer.
How are we going to get into shenanigans if you're over there?
We've got plenty of shenanigans to look back on.
Okay. Find Petite.
He nods.
Alright, I give him a hug.
He gives you a firm hug. Firm, long hug.
I just, I walk away and I kind of look back at him for a second, and then I just turn around and start running.
You two are going to head to the stables, correct?
Yeah.
Cecil.
Yes.
So you able to make it sort of... Do you run through the courtyard, or do you run through the castle?
which is like a more direct route.
So
like the castle is falling apart, right?
Right, but
the court...
they're probably going to be in the castle somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
To the castle?
Yeah.
That'll be the quickest way.
Really?
The courtyard will be able to like look back and make sure nothing really terrible is going to happen.
Really terrible?
He's like,
Oh.
really? Really? Really?
Yeah, so I'm screaming really, but like in a way that's like, is this really happening?
So really isn't answering because he's
Isn't-
very
yeah.
trained to that sort of thing.
Alright, so you're running through the castle, right?
Right.
So you sort of run on this, you run,
I'm
so
still
you run
just
through this
laughing at
castle.
gay Rod. I'm sorry.
as you pass by one of the windows, you see that Riley and Vanessa are running towards the tower through the courtyard. So you sort of met two-thirds of the way
So I see them?
there. You do see
Can I
them.
get to them? But they're in the courtyard and I'm in the castle?
Right.
Is the window open?
It can be. It's openable.
I'm going to open it and jump out.
Right. You're only about 2 stories.
I can just teleport down there.
Oh, darn it. Do you even need to open the window?
Well, I mean, it's like I turn into mist. It's like, it's mist.
That's right. That's right. What is your plan? What are you going to tell them?
Well, I guess I gotta ask them, like, what's their status? Like, where are they going? It's like, have they gotten
What's
hold
your
of
status?
Bindle at all? Or any Golden Knights or anything?
No, they've been unable to do either. As soon as you found Vanessa, basically she was not going to do anything except find Gracie.
Okay.
And that's their plan.
And then I tell them we're heading to T and Aladdin. We're heading to Paladine.
Paladin.
Tien Paladine.
And then, like, that's where Gracie is going to be. She's with Grayson and Cyril and
Mhm.
Cora. And so that's where they're going to meet. And then if they see any Golden Knights along the way, they should take them with them. And I guess that the primary objective for Grayson is obviously to keep Gracie safe.
Okay.
So
Yep, that's exactly what they want as well. All right, so they're going to try and meet up with you, correct? They're going to go with you.
Well, wait.
Or are you
should
running
we...
ahead of them?
I gotta go get Bendel.
Oh, okay, you go.
Yes, you do. Should we tell them to go somewhere else?
You get a
Should-
text.
Yes. Okay, so, wait.
I feel like the cell reception's not very good right now. Brother!
The giant ship, yeah.
Alright, never mind then.
But what were you saying? Send
I
them
was just
somewhere
saying,
else?
Maybe we should split up, not
I don't
our
think-
party, like
I don't
keep
think
us
so. I don't think they
Okay.
would do that.
You're probably
anyway.
right.
They might if you told them a lie. If you're willing to do that.
Well, no. I don't think we
it's
should
up
do
to
that. I'm just
Cecil,
thinking
but I don't
in
think we should
pursuit
do
of
that.
keeping Gracie safe.
Right.
Like, they would assume the parents are with Gracie.
Right, and one other thing to consider is that if you're in the same place and something happens, then that's pretty much it for the Abernathys. If that's a consideration.
It's not for Cecil, so that's
Yeah.
So then you're going to find Bindle somehow in the city. You probably find him. Like a sensory deprivation tank inside the castle. Just crashing and crumbling.
I guess I'll ask both of them if they need me to go with them, or if
Or
I
if you
should
want to
find
go with Bindle, they're happy with whatever you want to do.
You gotta go get Bendel, man.
I look at my bracelet.
Your friendship bracelet?
Yeah, with Bendel.
Does it say beer bros on it?
It does. I was
Or
thinking
brew
something like
buddies.
along with ale, but
Yeah. I'll always be there for you. It's a very long bracelet. It's like a belt.
It's like overlapping.
It's like a DNA strip. So you're going to head into the city and try and find Bindle.
Yes.
They let you know that the last place that he was the farmer's market.
Okay.
So taking it easy. And then they're going to head back to meet Grace at the stables, correct?
I would assume so.
Which is where Cyril's going as well.
Well, no, we are going to the stables, and then we're going to meet Cyril back.
Right, because it's an opposite direction.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I just assume that like the safest place in the world is with Grayson. If you're somebody Grayson cares about.
Right. Unless he hates you, then it's the worst place.
Or unless there's someone he cares about more than you also there, and there's a decision to make.
Alright, so Grayson, you make your way to the stables. You see that there are people breaking into it, breaking through the windows and sort of hacking away at the locks to get into it. And that many of the horses have already been stolen.
Are there any left?
There's one horse, and there is one carriage. It requires 2 horses, but one would still be faster than going on foot.
How many people are there?
Lots. So you're going to have to probably fight your way to get the last horse and the
That's
carriage.
the Grayson Abernathy.
It is.
Yeah. It appears that no one is impressed. Everyone is very panicky. They're just trying to get away.
Alright, I get this is a high fantasy show, but that's not realistic.
Are there any like trees that Cora and Gracie can hide behind or something?
Yeah, around here it's sort of a little opening, but it's surrounded by trees. So if you wanted to,
I prop Cora like up against a tree, and I tell Gracie to hold her hand, don't let go.
She does so.
And now I gotta go kill some fools.
Do you say that? I gotta go ask these nice people. Shing!
Now you just look away, Gracie. And if you hear screams, they're actually screaming for how excited they are to see you.
How much fun we're having.
Please don't kill me! You stabbed me in the gut!
I imagine this might take a second, but if this were a movie, he would be like, I'll be right back, and then come back just red. Just painted. Like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, so all of that happens as I walk away.
So what exactly do you tell her?
I tell her I gotta take care of some stuff. You hold her hand and sing a little song to yourself.
Okay. Then she is going to do that. Choo-choo goes the train. What the heck is a train?
We only have train-based songs. That's all I ever taught her.
But never what a train was.
Mm-mm. So they're kind of panicking. Can I kind of sneak up?
Yeah, you're able to move through them without being noticed. You see that there are two people, both men, that are trying to get the last horse and hook it up to the carriage.
I guess I murder them.
Okay, you're going to pull out your sword. You do have a surprise on them, so you'll get 2 turns.
Okay. Is one of them burlier than the other?
No, they're both fairly thin.
They're both so weak.
Okay. I'm just gonna start swinging, I guess. Right. 26 and 9 damage.
All right. With 9 damage, you're able to sort of shove your sword into his back, but he is still alive.
All right.
But he does have a gaping wound in his stomach. And
I'm moving to the next one then.
Okay.
12?
12 is a hit.
13 damage.
Okay. That one you sort of chop into his shoulder, so cut into him. He does not look as well.
Okay.
But they both, one of them, the one that gets his chopped in the shoulder sort of collapses on the carriage. The other one falls to the ground.
Are there any others?
No. There were some, but they are now gone.
They got spooked?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I try to finish attaching the carriage.
And you are able to do so with relative ease. They did most of the work already.
And I make sure to trample their bodies on the way up.
Okay, well, one of them was on the carriage still. So one of them sort of slumped over.
Kick him off.
Yeah, I throw him off.
Okay.
Yeah, then I know how to ride a horse.
Probably.
Yeah, surely.
Probably well enough, yeah.
Alright.
Definitely well enough to just make it go.
Okay. Well, I make him go to where Cora and Gracie are.
Okay. As you go away, there are people grabbing at the carriage and trying to hop on as you're making your way to Cora and Gracie.
I'm swinging at them.
Okay, all right. They get the message then.
Okay. Not especially trying to hit them, but...
Right. All right, then they back off and they head towards the other horses, try to take those people off of them. All right, when you arrive, Gracie stares at the smear of blood on the carriage. You can tell that she's sort of spooked.
It's tomato juice, honey.
But don't drink it.
No.
She starts licking at the blood spatter.
I love tomatoes. My name's Gracie. These are the best tomatoes I've ever had. Oh my.
So I try to, I load Cora on and get Gracie to get in the carriage.
All right, you make your way to Cyril, correct? So then Grayson does roll up to you, Cyril. You're very relieved to see him.
Yeah.
You love him.
Does it sound like?
I am.
Yeah.
I look at him, I look him in the eye, and I say, I have land vehicle proficiency.
Oh man, you're relieved to see Cyril.
I hop off.
I heal Cora's leg.
Okay, yes. She also comes to. She has this big wound on her head. She gives you a hug, Cyril, when she sees you.
Yeah, he did all the work.
Oh, he's got land vehicle proficiency.
Don't forget it, baby.
And as this happens, Vanessa and Really also appear. They too hop on. Vanessa gives you a big hug, Grayson.
I like that.
He says aloud.
Hot dog.
As he says aloud as he points to his crotch.
He likes that. No, I hug her, and I hug Really as well.
Okay, they let you know that Cecil has decided to go into the city and search for Bendel.
I'd lean forward. Oh, hey, Bill is here, by the way.
Oh, no.
You look around.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about him, but I just thought you'd want to know.
Did we didn't see Bill at all?
You did. Sure did.
He's riding on a horse with 4 men on either side of it, trying to steal it from him.
The way that he ran was towards the stables, though. Not sure if he found the stables, but that was the direction.
have to assume that he found the stable.
I don't know.
He can sniff Sable out.
He's probably like in the shopping district.
He somehow made it to the top. He somehow got to the top of the tower where it's getting crushed.
He's in a deprivation pod right beside Bendel for some reason.
It cuts away and he's massaging Bendel's back. He's now employed as a masseuse.
Steward. Yeah, so we're gonna head to
Tien Naladine.
Paladin.
Would head to Paladin. Then you are off. Along the way, you see that the castle, the main tower of the castle, has been crushed completely. The ship is ceased movement, but it's kind of hovering in the rubble of the castle. The sun sets. You can see into the city. You can barely make out the farmer's market. It doesn't appear like there's anyone there anymore. As you head to the Underdark, the Kingdom of the Dark Silvers, Tien Naladine. To be continued. All right, guys, that was a lot of fun and a lot of tension.
Yeah.
It took a big shift that I did not intend. I meant it to be a lot smoother. It did not occur that way.
No, it's pretty much
Sharp right.
Lots of fun one-offs, and then everyone's about to die at all times.
A lot of sexual tension, too.
Actually, yeah. Quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
None for Cecil.
What are you guys doing after this?
Bobby, who's your secret winner this week?
Cecil.
Oh, why Cecil?
Because he flew everywhere and got all the communication done.
Yeah, that's pretty much every adventure, is having to figure out what Cecil can do so that I can adhere.
So that he's not OP.
Right, I can be prepared for it.
And then my secret password is, what, you got a phone in your head or something?
What?
What was the name of that movie?
iBoy.
iBoy.
It's in the iPhone style.
EYE boy.
What about you, David? Who's your secret winner this week?
Bill.
Bill. Big fan of Bill?
Big fan Bill.
Big fan of Bill?
Yeah, he's back.
He is back. Kind of.
Well, no, let's be honest, he's back, and he's probably like taking over the Underdark at this point. Are the bad people in the ship, did they use him to find us? Like, basically, is he like a... you know what I mean?
Like a signal?
Basically. So...
Maybe he was there for both of them.
Do they have Petite hostage?
Maybe Bill's the secret bad guy.
That would really upset me.
If Petite is here, does that mean Philp is here too, and is he trying to kill Grayson and Cyril?
Maybe Philp arc is one of my favorite secret
winner arcs.
Secret arcs.
And my password is, passwords are the hardest part.
You've used that one before.
Oh no.
Fine.
We'll let it go.
Passwords aren't that hard, I guess.
My password is, you've used that one before.
What about you, Censor?
What about you, Cynthia?
Hello, Censor is here.
What about you, Spencer? Who's your secret winner?
My favorite secret winner, is J-Rod.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did not mean to out him in front of all of those people.
So did that happen? Is that canon?
I don't know.
It feels too painful to be canon.
It does, so it wasn't. But no, he's really good. I like his willingness to stay with the people or whatever. And my secret password is The Legend of Zelda. This salsa is mild.
Because you only eat peppers.
Oh, right.
You do have to eat peppers.
You're required to.
Yes. On the back of the box it says like rated E 10+ pepper consumption.
Do not consume peppers like Link does. Your digestive tract
You will die.
My secret winner this week is Bendel, because I didn't put him in it, but somehow he ended up being a big part of it.
Yeah.
And my secret password is Neil Breen on the big screen.
Oh, I hope so.
So if you guys want to send us your secret passwords, you guys want to give us a shout out, maybe you're Turbofan Terry and you want to prove that you have actually listened in some form.
He doesn't have to do that.
Don't feel pressure, Terry.
You can send us messages on Facebook. On Twitter, we're at Quest4Ad. Our website is quest-4-adventure.com. Our email is thequestforadventure@yahoo.com. We're on YouTube, we're on SoundCloud, and we're on iTunes. The best thing you can do for the show is to give us a review. We like reading them. They make us happy.
Don't we have one?
Butts.
Speaking of having one, we do have one.
What?
Oh, man. Well, forget what David was saying. We have one.
All right. So this comes to us from our good friend on SoundCloud, toast.py.
Oh, yes. Of course.
If you check our SoundCloud, analytics, he's a fan.
Oh,
he's
my
God.
God.
He's a big fan.
He's not just like a phony fan.
He's not a phony fan.
Is he a long-time fan or is he a recent fan?
Or a hard-time fan. Like, he only listened to those.
What's his social
He only
security
listened to
number?
storytellers over and over again.
Oh, that would be the worst.
That'd be a hard time.
I don't actually know. Follow up with us.
Yeah, we sincerely would love to hear from people who actually listen to the show.
Yeah, I'm going to read his review. It's from That Toast Guy. That's his iTunes account. March 9th, 2017. 5 stars. So, it's really good, man, is the title. Quest for Adventure is a D&D podcast with that funny kind of weird that only a few other groups can manage. A few episodes in, and you can tell that even if there weren't mics, it would still just be 4 cool guys having D&D fun times. The only podcast where an episode can start with penguin suits and end with an emotional scene set to the song Africa. It was one of those things which inspired me to learn the rules of the game, and now it's given me something new to talk about with a good friend. Here's to many more episodes of newspaper spaghetti, modern stone technology, and getting to that lighthouse.
That's awesome.
That is very awesome.
In the immortal words of the late Sonny Bono, and the beat goes on.
Oh, man.
What?
Also, hi Clay.
Oh, man. Hey, can we give a shout out to Cuckoo Fan Clay?
Cuckoo Fan Clay, and we need another T. We've used turbo, and that's the only T word.
That's not the word that exists. We have to invent a word because there's only one.
Triumphant Fan Toast Guy. Let us know if that's all right. We got some wiggle room.
Yeah.
We'll make some other T words up.
We can work something out
if
if you...
necessary.
Tainted.
No!
Also,
Translucent.
For 5 stars, we would like to know what scale you used to rate. Which scale was your favorite?
That's true.
What are we to you?
Right.
The Robert Zadar of podcast.
Hey, that was 1 star. Thank you very much.
I thought it transcended stars. We agreed.
I guess it means the scale means different things to different people. So the Caleb, it was a 5.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastman. That was an incredible review. We love hearing that. We would love to hear from you again. So let us know.
I do have a scale if you'd like to use.
Let us know what Clay is doing. Is it a high Clay, like you're rubbing in his face?
Yeah. Is Clay listening right now?
I bet.
We have no idea how podcasts work. Are you there?
Clay, where are you? Come on out,
Clay, we will
I
keep
didn't
podcasting
hear
until
an
you
answer,
respond.
So I'm going to assume no.
I don't know if it was the same as Bobby, but there was a part of me that was sincerely waiting for an answer. Yeah, but so giving us a review on iTunes, we love it. We love it lots and lots, and it helps the show out
It
because
helps the show.
people will read the reviews. They'll go, "Hey, these are 4 cool guys." They don't just say that. But it might be hard sometimes to give a review, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a lot of stars. You know how many stars in the sky there are?
5.
Exactly 5. But sometimes you're like, is there 1 up there? I don't want to count them.
I
so
don't
to make
wanna
it
count
easier,
them. It's very coy.
to make our cosmos, I think this is actually a Neil deGrasse Tyson approved method of relating it to something else.
Mm-hmm.
So what's our scale this week to help relate it?
Friends of Yugi Moto.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Friends of you.
We've all agreed on Joey 5-star.
Yeah.
No.
So if you don't know, Yukimoto is the hit star of the Yu-Gi-Oh series.
The original Yu-Gi-Oh series.
So I don't really know any of them. There's a Mako. Remember that guy?
Well, he's not really a friend.
All right.
Wait,
okay, I'm
he
just going
is.
to say 1 star Tristan. I'm going to put it out there.
Is he the guy that's shaped like a hammer?
Yeah,
he's just nothing.
Well, he's a robotic monkey for like a season.
Yeah, that's also
I see.
He sounds like this.
His voice
Like Barney?
does change like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess 1 star.
1 star for him?
Taya's 2-star.
Taya's 2-star? Alright.
Well, she did beat mine in a duel.
So 2-star, alright.
What about Grandpa?
I think we...
Ooh, Grandpa.
Grandpa's 5 if he's even a friend. I think
Well,
he's the
let's
Robert
be honest,
Zadar of this.
No, Grandpa kind of sucks.
But Grandpa gave Yugi his unbeatable deck.
Grandpa!
That's not even Yugi's deck. That's Grandpa's deck.
That's
That
true.
is true. But Yugi's the one who drew into Exodia on like the
Thanks to
4th
Grandpa.
turn. Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah, it's the heart of the
Grandpa had
cards, not the
one
heart
other
of Yugi.
the
One
heart
of
of
the
the
4
Grandpa.
blue eyes white dragons ever made.
But friend, is he a good friend?
Is he a good friend? Well, I guess he's a pretty good friend.
Well, I mean, like,
Tune in next week for our family members of Yugi scale.
Yeah. I guess Grandpa is not a friend.
Not a friend.
You hear that, David's
You
grandpa?
heard it here. Not a friend.
You were never a friend to him.
Oh, God.
No!
3 star.
Go get the kazoos!
Who else? Okay, 3-star, Bakura?
Sure. Yeah. Not evil Bakura, though.
Right, no. Not evil
Who's
Bakura.
Bakura?
The white-haired one.
Okay.
Sometimes he's like the
Yugi.
he's either the main villain
Right.
or a guy who can't do anything.
He's the mystery guy.
He's
the
pretty
Bill. He's
average.
the Bill Quickfeet of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, never mind. He's
Oh, no.
5-star.
Yeah.
But is Bill a good friend?
Oh, 5 stars.
Cut to him beating Petite.
Alright, 4-star. Stay with me on this. Duke Devlin.
I don't know any of these
Explain.
people.
Well, he does have a car,
Yeah, he does.
but he
Is
tries
Duke
to steal
Devlin the
Teo
guy with the
away from-
bandana?
No,
The
he's
America
after
bandana?
He's
Serenity.
after Serenity.
He is after Serenity, so he has the stupid rivalry with 1-star fan Tristan.
Yeah, and no one cares about Tristan.
Oh my
so-
god. Can we start calling Crazy Fan Christian? His demotion is Tristan Fan Christian.
Duke Devlin is the guy who invented Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Oh, man.
Okay, I do know that, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so why is he Are they friends at all?
Yeah, later on.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
gets stuck in the virtual world with them.
Oh, man, we're going deep for this.
I do not remember anything
That's
about
when
the show.
that's when
yes.
Tristan's a robotic monster, of course. I don't know, he's so cool though.
He's a pretty cool guy.
You're right, he has a car.
Is he a cool guy or a
Like,
friend, though?
He kind of becomes like he drives them around the city and stuff. So it's like, what if they need
pretty
like
good friend.
they need stuff for like
That is a good
way-
friend, yeah.
he's like the way to make things happen through like
so
parts of the
Tristan
show.
is like a small car payment a month away from being a good friend.
Kinda.
Also one dumb voice away from being a good friend.
Oogie, hop in my car!
And then 5-star
No, thanks.
Joey, obviously.
Is Kaiba not a friend?
No, Kaiba's crazy.
Crazy
Yeah,
awesome.
I was thinking
No,
Kylo's
he's
got to be up
cool.
there somewhere.
He's not a friend.
I don't know.
He's like the Vegeta to his Goku.
Doesn't he like Vegeta's Goku's friend?
I know, that's what I'm saying. We're agreeing, David.
I won't agree with you.
What
You
does-
Zelda like her.
Zelda's good!
What does Kaiba do for Yugi or any of the group?
Doesn't he like save them numerous times?
Does he? I just
challenges
remember
him.
he threatens to kill himself if Yugi beats him.
Well, that's one time.
Haven't we all?
What good friend has not done that in the face of losing a video game?
It's a card game.
Doesn't he like save them at the end of the one where Tristan becomes a robotic monkey? He beats his pap,
He does beat his pap, I think.
Kaiba's got a dad?
and doesn't Kaiba have to take over after?
pap.
But is he a better friend than Joey Wheeler?
Kinda. Let's be honest. Joey's dead weight.
But he would do anything
Whoa,
for
whoa.
you.
He did good footer games.
He is the good
Red
friend games.
Eyes, Black Dragon.
I guess Joey is 5
Yeah.
stars.
All right.
And
Broken
I
Kaiba
did
is
it.
not a friend. Whatever. Sorry, Granddad.
Next week, can we do chins of characters in Yu-Gi-Oh?
That's
That
what
way-
this is all leading up
Yeah,
to.
we need to make it like as obscure as possible. No one can follow anything.
On the season finale of Scales at the end of Quest for Adventure.
So now you can accurately rate the podcast.
We're the Godfather podcast.
We're the good fun of a chance.
No one's gonna get that.
No one listens to this. Thank you, Toasty.
To summarize, thank you, Toasty Man.
Thank you for being maybe the first person who isn't our friend to listen to this, but now you are our friend.
Yeah.
So.
There are some unconfirmed names in there. There's a Broccoli Bandit. We haven't figured out who that is.
Right.
Yeah, who said
that
butts
is.
over and over again? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, thank you for reaching out to us,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that's it for this week, guys.
Bye.
They're just sprinted out the door. Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
It's not me this time. It's not my fault. I said it. It's not me this time. Now that I say that, my internet is gonna go down.